Hi guys, welcome to another exciting Node.js tutorial. My name is Benga and I'll be taking you guys on how to use the core node module. So in the last tutorial I showed you guys how to use the file based node module, and in this chapter or in this segment I'll be taking you guys on how to use the core node modules. Okay, so I would quickly like to say something before the end of this tutorial because it might actually skip my mind. After this tutorial I will be taking you guys on two more tutorials before we build the Facebook app prototype. So I would probably like to take everything in a rush, like sharp sharp. Okay, so you guys would not want to miss that. From the third tutorial, actually you guys would not want to miss that segment because we'll be dealing with the GUI. I would walk through the material design and the responsive UI provided by Bootstrap, and we'll be doing a lot in that tutorial, building Facebook from top to bottom. And wow, I must tell you, it promises to be exciting. Okay, so let's get back to our topic for today. So what are core node modules? Core node modules, based on my definition, are just node modules that come with the node package. So they actually come pre-installed with the npm. When you look at it, this we are looking at the fs node module that we call the file system. We are looking at the http, which is the hypertext transfer protocol node modules, which you use in creating your server. Okay, so let's start coding. So at the end of this tutorial I would assume that you guys fully understand um, the core node modules. I would assume that you guys would know how to use the fs and the http modules. I would assume that you guys know how to basically serve basic html pages rather. Okay, so let's get straight to work. So I would have to require those modules in my scripts. I'm using Notepad++ as my editor for this particular tutorial. Okay, so I have var http. I want to require the http core node module. So I could say var Benga, var London, var Nigeria, anything you would want to call it. So I'll be saying var http is equals to require http http, and I would say var fs is equals to require fs. No, no, no. Oh, I'm kind of rusty typing, so I want to check that. Okay, so why we're actually doing this is because these are core node modules. They come pre-installed or pre-packaged with the old node package when you download them. So in my former tutorial I'm sure you guys saw something like this, like something relative to a particular path. But when using core node modules, you do not need to put that you do not need to do them relative to each other. You just need to assign the name straight up. So to call in http you have to just require http. So node knows dynamically that it should get the http .js module, and then you would have to also require fs. So it also knows that it should get the file system .js module. Okay, there's something we call package.json, but I would not like to explain that in this tutorial because it actually takes time explaining, and it actually takes time getting used to, but it's something you would actually need in developing node applications. So I'll be taking that when I take you guys on how to use express, how to use EJS, how to use path, mongodb, and some other wonderful modules. Okay, but in this tutorial let's just focus on our target, creating a basic server and launch it on few pages. So I'll create a function that says send say 404. So in case a user tries to access a page that is not in our web directory, we try to send in a 404 error, and I'll be passing in um, res, a variable called res, which will be my response actually, and from here I would write res dot uh, or let me write the res dot write head, and in it I'll be passing it the response type, which is 404, and an object that contains the content type, which would I would like to use text or plain for this segment. So I want the response head to be 404. So in case someone tries to access a particular page that is not in our web directory, I'll be sending in a 404 error, and I'll be showing this to the user res.write. So I could use res.send, I could use res.end to actually show something, but in this case I want to use res.write. 404 error encountered, 404 error encountered, and res.end. I would actually res.end is so res.end actually puts a stop to the response. So if you don't use res.end, it's most likely possible that it will keep running, like it will keep having connection to that particular stream, so you have the stream, so you have to end the response at this point. Okay, so let's create the server. So to create the server, I'll basically do http dot create server, and I'll be passing it a callback function that takes three arguments, two arguments rather. I'm used to express, that's what I'm saying, three arguments. Okay, so that'll be taking in two arguments, rec and res. Rec is for request, while res is for response. So you actually use res to show something like a response, while you actually use rec like a request. You use rec to get access to form attributes. Use rec to get access to parameters. Use rec to get access to get parameters and all that. Okay, so we want to check if the user is actually on a particular page or wants to route himself to a particular page. So to do that, I have to do something like if res dot let's say url is equals to the main directory, which is this forward slash, and res dot the method is equals to get. So we want to check if it's a get method or if it's a post method. So if it's a get method, and if it's the home page of our web page, what we actually want to do is to show the user probably a welcome page. So to do that, I would like to create an home.html file. So I would open a new tab. So let me save this as h let me save this as home.html, html 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 head body. Title, welcome to my home page. Okay, and probably I have something like welcome to my site's home page. um, this is your boy Gengene. That sounds funny. Okay. Welcome to my site's homepage. This is your boy Gengene. Okay, so let's. Okay, so we actually want to link this. So to link this, which is our server.js page, to that, I would need to write something like, I'll use the fs module, which is the file system. So you actually use that to access files. So I would write something basically like fs dot create read stream, fs dot create read stream. So I want to create a read stream to home.html. So I have to pass it a relative path, home.html. Then I have to pipe it out to my response. So I actually told you how to pipe out, and I explained piping in my first tutorial. So if the user did not, let's say, probably requested another page, what we want to do is to send the user that 404 error. So I'll probably call this send 404, and I'll be passing in response the response from this place, the response argument. I'll be passing it here to be used in this particular function. Okay, so after this, you have to listen. So let's probably to let's look at the ports. What ports should we be listening to? Probably we should listen to port 3000. 3000. I just love pop 3000. You can listen to 8000, you can listen to 6000 or 555, anyone you want to listen to. So I'll be listening to that port, and I'll be passing it a callback function that says listening to port 3000. So let's run this. So to run it, you would have to go back to your okay, you would have to go back to that particular folder, so you can see my home and you can see my server. So let me call my cmd from here. Then all I need to do is to run the server, so I'll just write node server. So yeah, listening to port 3000. So let's see if our web page works. I'll bring this up. Let me rerun this. Okay, so all you need to do is to, it's actually listening to a local host on port 3000. So just type in localhost, then 3000, and enter. For error encountered, so it's not supposed to show this, but let's look at it's not supposed to show this, but let's try to check our mistake. So I'm basically saying, if okay, so yeah, this is where the mistake is coming from. So this should not be res.url and res.method, because the response does not have access to url and method. I actually make a mistake. It should be requests. The request object has access to the url and method. So I'm really sorry for that silly mistake. So let's sorry, let's put carrot to our server and run this. Okay, so it's listening once again. Okay, so let's run this. Yeah, so you can see it's welcome to my site's homepage. This is your Charlie wrote your bot Bengene. That's actually quite silly. So let's try to require a page that is not on our site. So let's try to require site. So you get this 404, and I actually wrote 4040. Ah man. Okay, so 404 error encountered. So the only for about you get the same thing. So the only web page that is accessible is just our home page. So let's try to add some other pages. So let me write this 404 error encountered. Let me try to add an about page. Okay. Um, Save as about.html. HTML save. So Ctrl A. Okay, this let me change this to this is your boy Gene A. Ctrl V. About me. Uh, I love to sing and hit. Okay, so that's my about segment. So back to our server. We need to check if else if the request was from about rec.url is equals to about um, and rec dot method method is equals to get get. So what we basically want to do is to show the about page. So I have to do something like about.html, and I'll put a caret to this, rerun it. Okay, listening to port 3000, and I'm basically going to refresh this. So this is my home page. Let's try to check for our about. So you can see the about segment. I love to eat and sing. And when we go back to the home page, you can see welcome to my site's home page. This is your boy Benkene. Okay, so let me try to require a page that is not in our web server. I want to send Bado. So you see this 404 error encountered. So in a real life scenario, you might not want to do it like that. So what you might want to do is to link the about segment from the home page segment. So you can actually use your anchor tag, about us, anchor. So have to you would have to write an href about, okay, like this. Yeah. Okay, let's rerun. So Control C should put an end to server, node server, and then we run. Okay, so let's see. Home page, it is working. Welcome to my site's home page. This is your boy Mengene. I'm tired of even reading this. Okay, so you can see this about us. So when you click on it, you get this. I love to actually wrote see and eat. Definitely I would love to see. Okay, so thank you for watching this tutorial. Thank you for everything. I hope you guys actually got to understand how to use the the node module which we touched today, fs and http, which are core node modules because they come prepackaged with node.js. And I would assume you guys know how to link pages. You guys know how to create basic http server. Okay, so in the next tutorial we shall be talking about EJS, Express, how to use Path. Then we'll get to look at MongoDB, and after that we'll create the wonderful Facebook chat prototype, creating Facebook from should I call it decompressing or decompiling or so Facebook. Thank you for listening. This is Benga once again. This is your boy Bengene. So bye. Enjoy your day, or enjoy your night, or enjoy your afternoon.